A note came through the door, the note that I have always regretted losing, and it said, "I'm going to leave because I can't have you messing with my art by telling me to go electric." Words to that effect. Very small note, sort of torn off of an envelope, you know, put through the door. And in hindsight, you have to say, well, that was probably an excuse. He thought, right, June is the person who does all the work. She does it. I don't need these old geezers in the back. You know, I'm paying them money. You know, if I pay June, I'm paying myself money. We can do it ourselves.
She knew about promotion and about getting people on the road. And it was her energies and togetherness that actually got him moving as Tyrannosaurus Rex, and she did a lot of hard work.
She was his mother, his wife, his lover, his secretary. She did everything. Stability. She enabled him to write and to be creative.
Marc was quite a self-contained little unit, really, and in the early days he was quite broke. You know, he had the support of June, his wife, and they lived together in a tiny flat in Blenheim Crescent. Marc's studio, which was very funny, it was in the corner, was a little curtain, and it said in handwriting, like a child's handwriting, "Toadstool Studio," as they said. And in this little booth was a microphone and a tape recorder and a guitar, and that's where Marc wrote his songs and got it all together. And I remember actually sitting with Marc one evening, and he gave me a pair of bongos, so I was Steve Peregrine Took for half an hour.
Marc did believe in the dream of why people had sky in their hair, but now they wear stars on their brow. I mean, he did believe in that kind. He read Hermann Hesse. I don't think he ever understood Hermann Hesse, but he read him. He read Tolkien, which I think he did understand, at least to some extent. But I'm not sure that the dream of Elvis was very far from his mind.
I always thought Marc was special, you know. Once I was hipped to what the vibe was, I thought he was a very special cat. And, you know, my job was to propagate him, and a bit of head holding, a bit of hand holding, you know. A lot of it is playing the right records to people, you know. And Marc would be at home saying, "Listen to this beat," you know, and he'd play an Elvis bootleg. The Elvis bootleg is called "I Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star," you know, and he'd be playing Ricky Nelson records with amazing James Burton guitar solos, you know. So it had to get rocking, you know, it had to get rocking.
I try to call my baby, try to get a day. My heart says no dice, kid, you got away with it. Sometimes I wonder what I